Alicia Lyttle. So excited to be here with you and training you on how to maximize your ChatGPT settings so that you know you have it right. And then we are going to step into ChatGPT being your best writing assistant because I'm going to show you how to train ChatGPT to write as you in your style and tone so you can write absolutely anything. Your newsletters, your email captions, your emails that you send out to your list. You can write anything that you want in your style and tone. Are you ready? All right, let's jump into it. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and then, yes, here we go. Yes, here we go. We'll jump right in. Okay. So you should be seeing my screen right now. I have ChatGPT up, but I'm just going to give you a quick introduction. I am Alicia Lyttle. Our company is AI Innovision. We are CPD accredited as our company and in our courses that we teach, as well as BBB accredited. I founded the International Association of Artificial Intelligence Consultants, and we do consulting, workforce development, AI optimized solutions, keynote speaking, AI strategy development, and so much more. We have an amazing client list from corporations to Fortune 500s to nonprofits, women's groups, kids groups, universities. In fact, I speak at a lot of events where across any industry, let's just say that. I've spoken and trained lawn care professionals all the way to tax professionals, daycare center owners, government officials, and everything in between. My TEDx talk was on AI cloning. So one of my favorite topics. Anyway, jumping right into this, what I'm going to teach you today is called my TADDA framework. And on three, I just want you to say TADDA. Just, I can hear you, let's say, in the room that you're in. Okay, 1, 2, 3, TADA. Now you'll never forget it. And this is really important. This is what I've been training on and teaching on for a couple of years. And it is so important to get this right. So when I was working with ChatGPT back in 2022, every output that came out sounded so robotic. So I stepped back for a minute and I was like, all right, if I had the opportunity to really use ChatGPT to its maximum capabilities, how would I do that? What would I be doing? And so I was like, well, I need to train it first on who I am so it can write like me. And I thought for a second, this tool could be my ghostwriter if only I work with it as if it was a ghostwriter sitting across the table from me. And that's how we get this framework. All right. So train, ask, dig, additional, assemble. Before we ask ChatGPT to do anything, we are going to train him. And then we are going to say, okay, ChatGPT, here's your assignment. And then we're going to dig a little bit deeper. What we get back from ChatGPT, we always say, you can do better. Go back at that. You can do better. And then we're going to ask it for additional resources. All right, ChatGPT, give me give me a table or what visual representation of the content you just put out could you give me? And it will do that. And then we'll assemble everything together. So this is our TADA framework. And I know you're excited about it, right? Say TADA one more time. TADA. It's like magic. That's why we call it the TADA framework. But first, I want to show you your ChatGPT settings. This is not as sexy and exciting as the TADA framework we're about to get into, but it's necessary to know. Okay. Now, here's the disclaimer. This changes so quickly. It's like every week I log in, there is a new change, but this is the latest. And so as you're following this video and you're going to do it yourself, if anything changes in the future, just know that it's constantly changing, which is a good thing for you. Okay, so I'm in my personal account right now, and you can see in that drop down, I have a personal account and a Teams workspace. So I have both. Now, with my personal account, that's what we're going to work with today. But in my Teams workspace, I have a team and they work in the workspace. The reason that I have a Teams workspace is because of privacy and security settings. So within the Teams workspace, it is defaulted that the content that they use to train ChatGPT and or that the content they use and put in ChatGPT is not used to train the model. All right, got it. Okay. So in my personal account, I'm going to click on settings. And then in settings, we're going to start at the bottom. All right, let's start at subscription, the very bottom. So I have a ChatGPT Pro account, but I'm going to show you the accounts here. You might have a plus account at $20 a month. If you don't spend the $20 a month, you will get the better output from ChatGPT. I have a pro account. I'm using it at $200 a month for deep research and operator. But you don't need that right now. And then a business account I also have, which is called Teams. All right. So that's what's in that subscription button. But here's the settings you need to put on your computer and start now. I'm gonna blow up the screen a little. Okay, on security, where it says multi-factor authentication on your system, it's probably disabled. Mine is enabled. You want to enable yours, so set that up, and then go up to data controls. Sorry, you see me moving up to data controls. So on data controls, where it says improve the model for everyone, this needs to be turned off. Mine is turned off right now. Yours is defaulted to on. So turn it off. Somebody say, turn it off for me. Just be like, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off. All right. When you turn this off, this means that ChatGPT cannot use the content you are putting into ChatGPT to train their models. All right. And so on my account, I also, you can also, it also has voice mode and video recordings, and I want those to be off too. But if I just turn this off, everything is off. All right, good. And then you're going to go into personalization, and where it says memory, I want you to pay attention to this. So your memories will be in here. And this is where ChatGPT keeps memories of previous sessions you've done so it can pull from those sessions to create new content. For me, I'm a trainer. I absolutely don't want this because my memories will be different things that I'm working on that I do not want to pull into my new session. But in the manage memory, you can pick the memories you want to keep and clear the memories you don't want, and you can toggle memory on and off anytime you want. Now, with the TADDA framework, I'm going to show you how to customize ChatGPT. So this customized ChatGPT section right here is very important. Stay tuned, and we're going to do this together. Okay, ready? Perfect. Whew, gosh, a lot, but easy. Once you have it set up, it's amazing. All right, so now I'm going to go back to the TADDA framework. And we're going to start off by saying if you do not have a ChatGPT account, you need one. But this training that I'm giving you can use this to train any if you're using Gemini, if you're using Copilot, and you want to train them to write in your style and tone, you can use this same framework to do that. You can also take the result of this framework and give it to another AI model to be able to train and speak as you. All right. So let's get this straight. A prompt is the instructions you give ChatGPT on what it needs to do. So those are the instructions. But the most important thing to know is garbage in, garbage out with ChatGPT. So I'm going to make sure that you always put in quality content. So this is an example for me. This is an example for me. So I'm going to ask ChatGPT, write a speech for me about AI in the workforce, because that's what I teach and talk about all the time. So it wrote the speech. Now, here's the thing. I am going to read this speech and let me know if you think this speech is in my personality, my style and tone. And then we'll go from there. Are you ready? All right, here's the speech it wrote. I did not train it. I just went straight to ChatGPT and said, write this speech. All right, so here we go. All right, so it says, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed colleagues and distinguished guests, today I stand before you to discuss a subject that's reshaping the very foundation of our workplaces and by extension, our society. Ugh. Artificial intelligence, or AI. In this era of rapid technological advancement, AI has emerged not just as a tool of convenience, but as a transformative. This is not my style and tone. It is so boring. It's putting you to sleep. It's putting me to sleep. Let's read the end. In conclusion, AI in the workplace presents us with an unprecedented opportunity. Lord have mercy. This is what we call generic robotic writing. Give me a boo. Be like, boo, this is not good. I know it's not good. But if I take it and put it into an AI content detector, boo, it comes back as reading like AI. But that's no surprise to you. You already knew that it was reading like it was AI. And I tell everybody that they need to stop this, right? If you've got somebody in the room with you right now listening to this, be like, stop it. Don't do this again, right? Write it down. Type it in. Stop it. Stop it. Do not ever do this with ChatGPT again, ever. Are you committed? Raise your right hand and say, Alicia, I will never write generic content with ChatGPT again. Okay, perfect. Let's keep going. So here's the magic prompt. Sprinkling some magic dust for you here. Now you're going to tell ChatGPT, I would like for you to write for me as my ghostwriter. I will be giving you my bio just to get to know me and 2 transcripts of trainings that I've done or articles that I've written so that you can learn about me and learn about my writing and teaching style and tone so you can write for me, as me, do you understand? Some things here. Now, I am training ChatGPT to be my ghostwriter, right? Me and ChatGPT. I'm going to give it my bio so it knows who it's writing for. And then I'm a speaker and trainer first and foremost. I love talking, connecting with people. So to get my writing style and tone, you have to use trainings that I've done to get that. So I'm going to give it the trainings that I've done. But if you're a writer first and foremost, give it articles you've written. Now, if you have neither, anybody have neither? If you have neither, here's what you need to do. You are going to tell a story of how you got from where you are uh, today. So start off with childhood. So childhood to where you are today. And you can either transcribe that through a tool called otter.ai, or you can just talk the story in ChatGPT. I'll show you something really cool in a minute. But when you do this process, telling that story, childhood from where you are today, you always say it authentically as yourself. You're not trying to be anybody else. So you don't have any preconceived, the training is more authentically you. Let's just put it that way. So, um, now that you've done this, you ask ChatGPT, do you understand? ChatGPT will come back and say, yes, I understand. And then now you're going to give it your bio and 2 transcripts. Just drag and drop it in ChatGPT. And now you say, hey, ChatGPT, how would you describe my writing style and tone? How would you describe my content style to someone who wanted to write exactly like me? What phrases do I often use? How do I start a conversation? And how do I end one? Boom. ChatGPT, now, as the world's best ghostwriter, is going to pull out my style and tone. You have to do this process for you. Got it? Say got it. I did tell you this is going to be interactive, right? Tell me. Say got it. All right. So here is the style and tone. Tell me what you think about this. All right. Writing style and tone. Your style is very conversational, engaging the audience as if you were talking directly to a friend. Okay. This is seen in phrases like, hey, hey, and addressing the audience directly with you. It says, I'm instructive and expert, enthusiastic and positive, explorative and creative, solution oriented, narrative and storytelling. I love it. Phrases I often use, but let's look at how it says I start and end a conversation. So take a second and read starting and ending a conversation. Yes, it says I start a conversation by saying what? Hey, hey. So if you've seen any of my trainings, I'm like, hey, hey, it's Alicia. And I end a conversation by saying what? Bye for now. And so now here's the magic prompt. Rewrite this in the first person as if I'm describing it to my ghostwriter. So it described my style and tone. This is what it did here. Now I want you to rewrite it, ChatGPT, in the first person. And now we're going to test it. So just put that rewrite over here to the side. But now we're going to test it. Are you ready to test it? Stay ready if you're ready to test it, because this is where the magic happens. I'm going to ask ChatGPT to do the exact same thing. Write a speech for me about AI in the workplace, but this time it's going to write it in my style and tone. Let's test it. I asked ChatGPT, here it goes. Here's what it's writing. Now let's read it. When I first read it, that was my reaction right there. Oh, I did it. I cloned myself with ChatGPT. Here we go. Hey, hey. Did you hear that? Do you remember? That's how I started. Anyway. Hey, hey, diving into the world of AI in the workplace is like opening a door to a room filled with gadgets you never knew you needed, but now you can't live without. It's thrilling, a bit daunting, but oh so transformative. Let's embark on this adventure together, shall we? Imagine this. You stroll into your office, or maybe you just scoot over to your home office desk, and there's this AI assistant ready to tackle half of your to do list. Sounds like a dream, right? But it's rapidly becoming our reality. Okay, let's go to the next paragraph. But hold up. Before you start worrying about robots stealing jobs, let's think about the brighter side. AI in the workplace isn't here to snatch away opportunities. It's here to enhance our creativity, efficiency, and yes, even our job satisfaction. So, ChatGPT would never say, but hold up. But that's what I always say. It started her off by saying what? Hey, hey. And how does it end it? Bye for now. So, what have we just done here? ChatGPT just emulated me, copied my writing style and tone, and wrote something for me as me in my style and tone. Let's pause here for a minute. Imagine when you do this process for yourself. It will be a game changer. That's a word ChatGPT loves, but it will be a game changer for you. Comparing the before and after. You ready? Before. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed colleagues, and distinguished guests, today I stand before you. My gosh, I would never talk like that. That is so generic. Stop it. That is so generic, robotic. Here's the after. Hey, hey, diving into the world of AI in the workplace is like opening a door to a room filled with gadgets you never knew you needed, but now can't live without. The third paragraph. But hold up before you start worrying about robots stealing jobs. Yes, the after is me. And when I put it into an AI content detector, guess what happens? It comes back as, drumroll, passes as human. What? Passes as human? But was it written by a human? No, but it was written with a human. This is when we've trained ChatGPT so well that it can write for us, as us, in our style and tone now. So, what can you write? What can you write now? Right? You can write speeches. I do it all the time. In fact, my TEDx speech was written by ChatGPT because I was talking about artificial intelligence anyway. Email responses, meeting invitations, meeting agendas, presentations, and so much more. Now, here's the key to it. I know you're asking, but Alicia, do I have to do this every single time? No. So now you're going to go back to ChatGPT and you're going to click on custom instructions, customize ChatGPT. And right here where it says, what should ChatGPT call you? You're going to put your name. You're going to put what you do. Here you're going to put, it says, what trait should ChatGPT have? Ignore that. This is where you're putting in your writing style and tone in the first person. Trust me, just follow me. Okay. And then here it says anything else ChatGPT should know about you. And this is where you're putting in your bio. All right, your best bio. And now everything you do with ChatGPT, it can write for you as you in your style and tone. Got it? And then as you're working with ChatGPT, you'll constantly dig deeper, pulling more out of ChatGPT, pulling more and more out of ChatGPT so it can do more and more for you, right in your style and tone and all that good stuff. So that was a lot. Did you catch all of that? Because that's really the foundation to really knowing how to use ChatGPT to its best advantage. So if we look at my custom instructions here, here's my bio. Here's my writing style and tone, and here's my bio. Now, I have my custom instructions on. Now I'm in ChatGPT and I'm going to ask ChatGPT to write something for me. So I'm going to say, write a let's do a sales letter for me for my doggy daycare business called Wiggles Doggy Daycare. It's in Atlanta. You know what? I'm getting tired of typing. Let me show you something really quickly. This will change your life. This is a Google Chrome and Edge extension called Voice Control for ChatGPT. Once you install it on Chrome or Edge, it puts this little microphone here. Let me zoom in. And now I'm going to show you by holding my hands up. I'm going to talk out this example right here. Okay. So, all right. So I'm making something up as we go, but I want to have some fun with you and prove some points. So, right, letter for me, Bob Wiggles. It's in Atlanta. We take care of your dog while you're busy at work. We also have boarding. We also bathe your dog. So we have grooming. And so I just need a sales letter for my doggy daycare business because I don't even have one yet up on our website. Did you see how I just spoke that out? Give me a round of applause for recommending that to you because it will change your life. So, here it is. Wiggles Doggy Daycare, where your pup feels at home. All right. So oh man, sorry about that. Yeah, I messed that up. All right. So, hey there, fellow dog lover. Let's be real. Your pup deserves the absolute best, but life gets busy, long work hours, weekend trips, and last minute plans that make it tough to give your pup all the attention and belly rubs they need. That's where we come in. At Wiggles Doggy Daycare, we treat your dog like family because they are family, whether you need. Okay. So then here's my sales letter. So great. It did the sales letter. It's not robotic. It's in my style and tone, but part of the TADDA framework, the first part was train. We did that. Then ask. We asked it to do something after we trained it. In the first example, it was write a speech about AI in the workforce. We did that. But now I'm going to give you the example of digging deeper. So the first output you get back from ChatGPT is good, but it could be so much better. So watch this. I'm going to talk to ChatGPT. Okay, I really like this sales letter, but I would like for it to be more emotional, like really pull at the emotions of the dog owner. I would like to use neuro-linguistic programming to convince the dog owner that they need to have their dog at our doggy daycare. And I want them that when they read it, that they feel so guilty about leaving their dog at home alone while they go to work. Bam! What? So neurolinguistic programming is a copywriting. It's a style that you infuse into copywriting to that allow you can ask ChatGPT what it is, but it is a persuasive style of writing. Anyway, so this one started off. Let's review it. Let's be real. Your fur puppy deserves the absolute best. All right. I want my desired outcome is that when they read this, write that down in your notes. Desired outcome. The desired outcome needs to be that they feel guilty about leaving their dog at home alone. So they're going to call me. I'm about to have the biggest, best doggy daycare, right? All right, here we go. Hey there, loving dog parent. You know that feeling when you're rushing out the door, coffee in one hand, laptop in the other, and then you see them. Those big soulful eyes staring at you. The tail, the tail that wagged just moments ago slows down. They tilt their head confused. You're leaving me again? And then it happens, the guilt. You know your pup doesn't understand why they have to be home alone for hours, why the house is so quiet, why their only excitement is staring at the door, waiting for you to return. But what if, instead of that loneliness, your dog's day was filled with tail wags, belly rubs, and new best furry friends? At Wiggles Doggy Daycare, we're here to turn that guilt into pure joy for you and your pup. Give your dog the life they deserve, blah, 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 blah. You work hard. Let's make sure your dog plays hard. We give it the best food. Da, da, da. All right. So was this better? Yes or no? Yes. Let's give ChatGPT a round of applause. but I know it can still do better. It's not emotional enough for me. Do it again. All right. This was fabulous, but I really need it to be more emotional, especially at the beginning. I really want this to focus on the guilt that they feel for leaving their dog home alone. Let's really make it emotional. They should cry when reading that. And before reading the end of this letter, they should be picking up the phone and calling me to book their doggy daycare. And they should be paying me a yearly fee up front because they are like, after reading this, they're like, I'm never going to leave my dog home alone during the day again. All right. So, and I'm just doing this to prove a point to you, the capabilities. Hey, loving dog parent, I want you to imagine something for a moment. You wake up, rush through your morning routine. As you grab your keys, you feel it, that sinking weight in your chest. You turn around and there they are, your dog. Their tail wags just a little, but their eyes, those big, hopeful eyes, tell a different story. They follow your every move, sensing what's coming. Then the moment that crushes your heart. You step towards the door. They freeze, their ears drop. You see the exact second they realize you're leaving them again. You tell them, be a good boy, I'll be back soon. But they don't understand soon. To them, you're gone forever. The door closes and now it's just silence. They walk to the window, watching, waiting. Minutes turn into hours. The only sound in the house, their own sighs as they curl up in their bed, alone, lonely, confused, waiting for the person they love the most to come back. Now, let me ask you this. How many more days will you let this happen? Your dog deserves more than just waiting. What if instead of spending their days alone, like I'm about to cry for Bruno, um, they spend it da 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 da. Think about how good it will feel knowing that while you're at work, your pup isn't home, sad and alone. They're playing, laughing. Yes, dogs laugh and living their best life. And when you pick them up, instead of that look of, where were you all day? You see pure happiness, a tired, happy pup who had an amazing day and can't wait to go back. Call us and give your dog the life they deserve. This isn't just about convenience. This is about your dog's happiness. Da, 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 da. Your dog gives you unconditional love every single day. Isn't it time to give them the life they deserve? Let their lonely day, let's turn their lonely days into tail wagging adventures. So now it says this version hits hard emotionally, blah, blah, blah. Isn't this fantastic? Now you can do, let's go back to the framework, the TADDA framework. We trained it, we asked it, we dug deeper to do better with our content output. And now we're going to ask it for additional context. So I'm going to say, can you tell me what would be good visuals for this sales letter? It's going to be like a sad dog sitting at the window, maybe, and then a happy dog. So let's see. Emotional guilt triggering images. I knew it. A sad dog is staring out a window. Make it a close up of a dog, blah, blah, blah. A dog lying next to the door. Wow. So I'm now going to ask ChatGPT. Let's see. Uh, can you make this image for me, please? Bam, and it's going to make that image for me. Or if I like another AI image tool creator, I can ask it to write a prompt for me. Watch this. Write a prompt for me to use on ideogram.ai to create this image. Boom. And then you have to decide, do you want it to be a cartoon or realistic? Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Look at those eyes. The sad pup. The sad pup. Yeah, that image on the website would do me good. All right. So now it's even giving me a prompt to use on another site. This is the additional context. So remember in the TADDA framework, we're train, ask, dig deeper. Now we're doing the additional part. Because to really make this stand out, I need some images for this sales letter. Do you agree? Give me a thumbs up if you agree. If you agree. All right. So in wrapping this up, we're going to wait for the image to come out. But in that quick of a time, I don't know, how long have we been working on this sales letter? 7 minutes? We've been working on it while I've been teaching at the same time. Right. Oh, look at this face right here. Like, looks so sad. That is a sad face. And how realistic is that? AI is so good. This is ideogram. So if you remember, I asked, which I like it better than the ChatGPT output, but I asked it to create a prompt for ideogram. Um, and, we could use that prompt in other AI tools as well, but it's specifically creating it from ideogram. So I'm redoing it right now, putting the prompt it created back into it. But the whole point is that. So, whoo, really quickly, you have learned how to set up your ChatGPT account for success. You know your settings, the basics of your settings. You have learned, oh, this is even a sadder pup right there. That's a good one. I would use that one. You have learned the TADDA framework. Say it again with me. TADDA. It's like the magic framework, which is also the foundation for everything we teach when it comes to using AI. You need it to speak in your style and tone. Get rid of the generic robotic writing. Use that where it said your style and tone and it gave it to you in the first person. Tell every AI tool that you are using that that is now your style and tone and to write in that style and tone, and you are in for the win. Thank you so much. Whew, let me take a deep breath because I was talking fast, trying to get everything out as quickly as possible for you. It's exciting for me. I've been using this framework since I started with ChatGPT, and it's what I train and teach all of our consultants and everybody in our um, in our group. And as I train and teach it, as people master this, let me just say this, as people master this, they really can leverage artificial intelligence to the true extent that it should be. So I'm Alicia Lyttle, and bye for now.